Good afternoon to everyone. So, most welcome to the 9th class children for session 7 or lecture 7. So today, today's date is 19th April 2020. Today we can deal with the lecture 7, session 7 related to session 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 like that. So our school name, college name, so and so, CSR and Junior College, and our subject is Information Technology, IT, code is 402. So our subject or chapter number is 1. Subject topic or chapter topic is Fundamentals of Computers. So session 7, lecture 7. So this is the email ID for admission purpose. So in this lecture 7, so related to 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, we can continue the next part. In this part I am going to explain the differences between interpreter and compiler, what we studied in previous class, definitions with diagrams, examples. So now in this class I am going to deal with this topic and this topic. This is the next topic. So here whatever we left in previous class, that I am going to continue here, that is differentiation. First I will complete this differentiation, then I will explain this part. So this part is called as differentiation part, it is called as application of computers part. So combinedly it is called as session 7 or lecture 7, that is of online teaching or virtual teaching method. Okay, then differentiation between interpreter and compiler we can see, as already we defined with the diagram. So interpreter, it is a language translator which converts HLL into MLL and back. Compiler also, it is a language translator which converts HLL into MLL and back. But here this first parameter it tells in differentiation or comparison table, first parameter it tells that, so interpreter it is very slow, compiler it is very fast. So whatever the program we are writing, that will be checked or compiled by the compiler or interpreter. How they will check the paper, how much time they will take, based on that interpreter and compiler. So whatever the program I am giving or program I am writing myself, so that will be checked by interpreter and compiler. So interpreter it checks very slowly, it checks very fast. Then which is useful? You only think. Okay, so it is very slow, it is very fast. So it checks line by line. Whatever the program I have written, it may be 5 line program, 10 line, 100 line. So it checks line by line. That means that's why it takes a lot of time. It checks line by line. It checks the program completely at a time. Whole program. Program may be of 5 line, 10 line, 100 line, 1000 line, anything. But it will check the complete program at a time. It is not going to compile or check line by line. Completely it will scan all together at once. So then later on it is going to display some errors or warnings like that. Based on errors or warnings, we can verify or we can rectify, we can remove those mistakes, maybe syntax or semantics mistakes or errors. So then we can once again compile and we can execute the program. Okay. So it checks line by line, it checks at a time. So hence that's why it is advantageous. Then it is used for the old HLL programming languages, Basic, Logo, COBOL. Nowadays these languages we are not using, only for study purpose. We are not going to use in companies to build the programs. Rarely we use in schools and colleges, that too for educational purpose. That's why nowadays we are not using interpreter. We are not using this one, we are not using this one. So here we are using C, C++, Java, VB, VC, so on in companies. That's why we need this friend to compile our program. That's why we are using nowadays C, C++, Java. So that's why we must need compiler. Why? To compile the program. How it will compile? It will convert HLL into MLL and vice versa. Input is in terms of HLL, so output will be in terms of ones and zeros. That output must be converted back into HLL so that we can understand, we can confirm our result is correct or not. That's why we need the compiler or interpreter. Especially we need the compiler, because nowadays we use these high level language programming languages. Then we do not use nowadays because exhausted. We use because nowadays we are using new technology programming languages or HLL, C, C++, Java, like that, VB, VC. That's why we use. Okay. It hurts. It gives the trouble. Something mistakes comes in first line only, it will not go to the second line only. So it will stop there only. Unless and until we clear that one, it will not go to the second one. First we have to clear that one, that will go. If so many lines are there, if the programs of 1000 lines, so 1000 times we have to check, or based on the mistakes we have to check. It takes a lot of time. So it is troubling us, it will hurt, it will stop. So wherever the mistakes are there, it will stop there only. So then only we have to go. That's why it is disadvantageous. Then, so it will not do like that. So maybe mistakes, maybe 1 or 2 mistakes, maybe many mistakes, then also it will count all the mistakes. Then finally it will display in terms of warnings and errors. So it will be easy to us by seeing the warnings and errors, so and so line, so and so column, this is mistake, like that we can rectify the mistake, we can change the program, we can again modify the program, we can compile again, we can save again, we can execute again. So that's why, so these are the differences of interpreter and compiler. So interpreter is very slow. Nowadays we do not use compiler, we use because it is very fast, because nowadays we use C, C++, Java. This is the differentiation or comparison between interpreter and compiler. As we studied in previous class, that is a continuation. Now, one more session, last session we can go. This is called as applications of computers. So as I am telling, in session 1, 2, 3, step by step I define. Session 1, I define the definitions, types and characters. Session 2, I define regarding instruction, program, software, hardware. Session 3, I defined regarding the types of the softwares. Session 4, I explained regarding types of the programming languages. Session 6, I explained regarding translator types. This is the session 7 in that applications of computers. So first, our computers where we are going to apply. Nowadays, without computer or without mobile, we cannot live. So we are going to apply in which areas we are going to apply our computer, how it will be useful to us, that one by one we can see in brief. So these are many applicational areas are there, many applications are there, but some of the applications are nothing but, so one is called as educational field, second one is called as banking field or banking sector, third one is called as business field or financial field, fourth one is called as medical field or hospital management, fifth one is called as scientific or research field, sixth one is entertainment field, seventh one is called as networking field, eighth one you can call that one as the communication field, ninth one is called as office automation field, so and 10th one is called as desktop publishing field. So many are there, but in brief, one by one we can study. Educational field. Our computer plays an important role in educational field because we can see in schools, colleges, universities to educate the child. Because so without education we cannot become the good citizen of India. That's why we must educate each and every child, maybe female child, maybe male child. We must educate. That too, especially with all subjects, especially with computer. So we are going to use computer in educational field. That means in schools, colleges, universities for study purpose. Second one, banking field. Our computer plays an important role in banking field or banking sector. How? Because so we can make the transactions, we can remember the data, so we can update the data, we can see in so many banks. So nowadays it is very fast because of ATM, all those things. Hence, our computer plays an important role in banking sector to have the customer data or details, to have the transaction of the customer, to have the transaction of the account holders, to have the transaction or transfer of the money, to work with the ATM facilities like that. That is called as banking field. Third one, business field. Our computer plays an important role in business field. So we can see so many business persons, they will use laptop computers, as I explained the types of the computers. So it is specially used for business field. That means business persons, they want to deal the business with computers. That's why so computers plays an important role in business field. So that means next fourth one is medical field. Fourth one is medical field. Our computer plays an important role in medical field or hospital management. So nowadays you can see so many research are there, medical transcription is there, or we can see MRI is there. So many helpful things are there, needful things are there. So that's why nowadays to maintain the data of a patient and a doctor, that we can deal with the computer. That's why computer plays an important role in medical field. So hence, that is one more application, that is hospital management. Scientific field. Our computer plays an important role in scientific and research field. So we can see in scientific field, nowadays we can use computers as we are going to find the research over the coronavirus. Even we can see some robots are there, they are going to control like a doctors. That is called a scientific field. Then, so entertainment purpose, computer plays an important role in entertainment purpose. Entertainment means what? So we can enjoy the music, we can listen to MP3 songs, we can listen or we can enjoy MP4 format, we can listen to audio songs, we can see the movies, we can play the video games. So that all will come in entertainment field. So for entertainment purpose, we use computers. Next field, networking field. So our computer plays an important role in networking field. When networking means it is the integration of different computers used to share data and peripherals. LAN, MAN, WAN, internet. Without internet, we cannot live. That will come in networking again in detail in later on classes. So our computer plays an important role in networking field also. Next, communication field. So as I am telling, computer it is going to help us in communication field to interact with each other. We want to become friends. So as we are having so many social medias, like it may be Facebook or Twitter, like that. So in that we can have the many friends. So that is for that purpose we are going to use computers. That is communication field. We can interact with the computer. We can interact with the users. We can interact with the friends. We can get the knowledge. We can share the knowledge. That is mutual exchange. That is called as communication field. So communication means what? We can share the feelings. For that purpose we use. Then office automation. Office automation. Our computer plays an important role in office automation. That means, so nowadays we are going to use MS Office. So for that documentation purpose, calculation, presentation, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS Access, like that, documentation work, calculation and computation, or creating charts, or it may be presentation or seminars, it may be database management, all those things, it will be in MS Office, or that is called as office automation. Okay, to maintain the data of offices, so schools, college, universities, like that. Then one more is called as desktop publishing. So DTP. So our computer plays an important role in DTP work, desktop publishing work. So as nowadays we can see, so we are going to have the Xerox, we are going to publish the books, we are going to publish the newspapers, we are going to publish the magazines, newspapers, magazines, books, textbooks, notebooks, all those things will be done with the help of DTP work, desktop publishing. In that DTP we are going to use computers. So many applications are there, but few applications I explained here. So once again I am going to revise. Educational field. Our computer plays an important role in educational field to educate the child or the student in school, college, universities. Banking field. Our computer plays an important role in banking field or banking sector to have the transactions. Business field. Our computer plays an important role in business field for the business persons. Then medical field. Our computer plays an important role in medical field or hospital management to maintain the record of a patient and doctor. So one-to-one relation, one-to-many, many-to-many relations will be there. Again in detail, later on we can study in Oracle or RDBMS. Then scientific field, scientific and research. So our computer plays an important role in scientific and research field. That we can see our supercomputer, as I explained in previous classes, or robots. So they can go anywhere, they can perform our task. We cannot go to the Himalayas, but that computer may go like that. So hence it can control the missile, it can control the rocket. So nowadays we can see whatever the corona patients, they will be deal with the robots, dealt or deal with the robots. That is scientific field again. The doctors cannot touch the patients, but the computer can touch in terms of robot, like that, artificial intelligence or robotics. Entertainment field. So our computer plays an important role in entertainment field. Because of the computer we can see the songs, we can see the movies, we can listen the songs, we can play the movies. Networking field. So our computer plays an important networking field because LAN is there, MAN is there, internet is there. By sitting here I can transfer my file. So I can send some message from Ambajabai to America also. That is because of the networking, internet. So communication field. I want to interact with the friend. I want to share the feelings with one more friend. At that case I can deal with the computers. Hence communication field. Then office automation. So I want to maintain the data of school, college, universities, or the students, or the teachers, or the employees, or the management. That is with the help of MS Office, MS Word, MS Excel, MS PowerPoint, MS Access, like this. That is called as office automation. Then 10th one is called as desktop publishing. So our computer plays an important role in desktop publishing field. That means nowadays we are seeing so many newspapers, books, textbooks, magazines, or conference papers. Those will be published with the help of DTP, desktop publishing, and that person is called as DTP person or DTP operator, like that. So these are called as some of the applications. Many are there, but in brief I explained 10 applications in this class. So this session 7 or lecture 7 of chapter 1, Fundamentals Computer of Information Technology, code 402. So this completes now. In detail, in session 8 or lecture 8, we can deal with the definition of input device, types of input devices, definition of output device, types of output devices, definition of I/O device, input as well as output device, and definition of output devices in detail later on. So still I need again 7 sessions or lectures to complete one chapter. So that too by the online method. Thank you. Have a nice day. Thanks to one and all. Thanks to all children. Thanks to all parents.